Yes, our appeal is to continue, but also their continuation needs a lot of effort, because if we don't work outside law, our work is guided by law and we follow law. So whatever laws that come in, or whatever laws that is put in place to regulate the operation of NGOs, we need really to create awareness so that everyone in that sector should know what the laws require, what it doesn't require, and how can they prepare themselves so that they really fit within the context of the law.
The last question is, do you see also this law, the new law and all the amendments, looking a little bit complicating the work of these small organizations, for instance, CBOs that have no formal structures, like having accountants, legal advisors, and the like? In your opinion?
Of course, it complicates things a lot. Not even to the small organization like the CBOs. In fact, even the national organization, both national and international, because some of the measures or some of the
requirements,
the requirement in the law, it's really intense. That even if your compliance, like at what level, at some point, because of one reason or the other, you may find you may not fully. But again, what are we saying? Because they normally say that there's no excuse for ignorance of the law. So we are trying hard to make sure that, however much, it is a hectic process. But again, we need to continue creating awareness. You let people know, okay, this is maybe what you need to do. You need to file return here. You need to prepare your, so that we create that resilience.
Some people feel like they should continue advocating for change in more amendments in these laws. Are you also for that?
Of course, yes. That's everyone talks. But again, however much there is need for amendment, one, you need to first respond to what is on the table. And what is on the table currently, the law is there. So what does it talk to you?
I'm Majela Peter Guayaka, a lawyer with Kazi-Njema Partner Advocates.
Okay.
I think what's important is for them to know how they can deal with this law, how they can adjust their programming, their activities to comply with the law. And those interested in challenging it in courts of law, might be how they can challenge it in courts of law.
Yeah.
And to be able to work, to continue doing their work. Yes.
Okay. What are the key issues that maybe an NGO operator can take care of so much in this law? Because from the beginning it was feared that it's going to shut down the civil society work.
Well, what the NGOs need to consider is what activities are prohibited by the Act and which ones are not. The Act seems to prohibit advocacy that is aimed at legal or policy reform. If you are doing things that you want government to change policy, you want government to change the law, or you want to influence election outcomes, those are prohibited. Outside that, the other activities are allowed that they can do. So what the NGOs need to do is to know what could be prohibited and what is not prohibited, so that they can adjust their programming, adjust their activities, and work to make sure that they work within what is not prohibited. What we try to push for as lawyers is that try to comply with those laws. There are different laws which would make your operation smooth. When you don't comply with the different laws, then your operation might be hard because government might clamp on you and close you up or punish you in one way or the other. Of course, that comes against the background that, well, the reality is it's not 100% that once you comply, you will not be affected. You might be affected. But when you comply, you reduce the likelihood of different law enforcement agencies coming to close you down.
Kazi-Njema Online. Live from Hoima City.